Hello my friends and good morning. I'm just walking away right now. The Q&A that was happening for Keys to the Kingdom just ended. I'm here at Kentucky Kingdom for their coaster event. Really excited to ride Storm Chaser and Lightning Run for the very first time, but there's a couple other coasters we're gonna go knock out. Go check those out. I think I'm gonna start with T3, so I invite you to come along. Let's do this. All right, we've arrived to our first ride of the day here, T3. Kind of just wanna knock this one out, I think. I have heard not to expect too much out of this one, but we're gonna find out for ourselves. All right, I just got done with T3. Number one, my feet kind of brushed the top of a tree, and I didn't expect that. That was kind of odd. But the main thing is that this one bucked a lot, and the restraint system was the most unique one I think I've ever experienced. You have to push 2 buttons to release it, and then you're out of the ride. But yeah, this one was a little rough, huh? Just a little bit of this jerking motion that otherwise, this layout looks pretty cool. It would be nice if it were a little bit smoother, but I can see why people don't give it too much love, I guess. But the last thing that happened as we were pulling into the brake run was that my feet were sticking out, and like the car in front of me like flexed back a little bit. I actually hit one of my toes on it pretty hard. It actually kind of hurts. I'll see if I can walk it off, but I did not expect that. I think it's kind of interesting how this park, it has like the water park is just kind of embedded in the middle of it on one side of the highway. Usually they're kind of off to a corner, but I think this is going to be our next destination right over here. Interesting how there's no real fanfare for the Kentucky Flyer. It's just back over there, so I guess we're gonna start the walk. All right, that's cool. That's a cool logo for a roller coaster. Simple, just exactly what it needs to be. They have this other ride here. It's one of these towers, not too big. Skycatcher. I should mention, I noticed they're doing 1 train ops. T3 was also doing 1 train ops, but it looks like they have, are those Timberliners I see?
You guys all went out here and enjoy your ride.
Believe it or not, I really enjoyed Kentucky Flyer. It had a certain charm to it that was great. Timberliners are very comfortable on something like this, by the way. It's just a shame that you can't row to get a little more speed off the side because of that. But it's comfortable, super comfortable. The one cool thing about the ride is you got these pops of airs and immediately like throw you into a lateral. It's a charming little ride. I really dug it. I'm going to find a spot to take a photo of it real quick and then figure out where the heck we're going after this. Crossing that bridge over the road one more time because I think we're gonna go head on over to Lightning Run here. Really excited for this one. So this is the first time I feel like I'm in the park properly instead of on the outskirts of the water park. But I wanted to point out this thing that caught my eye. I've never seen a flat ride quite like this. So while I was waiting for this ride to load, I wanted to look up what it was called. It's called a breakdance, which is actually the name they gave it here. German manufacturer I don't recognize, called Huss or something like that. But yeah, check out this. It's like a bunch of spinning cars that are also spinning themselves. That's wild. I don't think I've ever seen a flat ride like this before. I wonder where they have other installs of this. Just got done with Lightning Run, and yes, that was amazing. There is so much air involved in there and some tight little turns. I was trying to like think about each element as we were going through it. I didn't catch what it was. I'll definitely be back when they open up ERT later tonight for Keys to the Kingdom. There was something magical happening in there in the middle somewhere. The first 2 drops though, very notable. Oh man, very good. I didn't expect to get the second drop to hit almost just as well as the first drop. But yeah, something magical happened somewhere in the middle there. I enjoy it. Maybe it's in my top 25 right now, but I'll definitely be back to ride it again. Before I head over to lunch, I wanted to make note that they have a Flyers here as well. I feel like it's one of those things. I learned about the existence of Flyers maybe about a month, 6 weeks ago, and now I'm just seeing them everywhere. We're noticing them everywhere. Funny how those things work, huh? So I am making my way over to Thunder Run, but this, the Flying Dutchman, apparently a ride that was moved over from Kings Island. I just wanted to show you this before it gets going, that all the vehicles, the ride vehicles are shoes. Unbelievable. How cool is that? All right, so we just made it to Thunder Run. had lunch. Shout out to whoever makes that mac and cheese. That was spectacular. I wish we could get a big old bowl of that. But I did run into some friends here. We got Corey.
Back at it
Corey
again.
Mathery. I'll put his stuff down below, as well as Marcus here. And they have decided to join me, thankfully, because I asked them. They didn't decide, but whatever. To get on my first rides of Thunder Run and Storm Chaser. We're kind of working our way up here. And maybe we'll cap it off with the kiddie coaster. First ride on Thunder Run here, and I ran into someone that I met at Hollywood Nights. Which, how are you feeling after that?
I don't know, a little underwhelmed compared to like Voyage, but I mean, we got some good pops there.
Yeah, we were told that there'd be airtime. I think maybe it's hiding until ERT, but we'll find out, I guess, a little bit later. Yeah, exactly. It's got to warm up a little bit, but it kind of wasn't what I was expecting, as seeing the layout here, but it was smooth. Comparatively so. Yeah, it had some good turns. There is that helix somewhere around here that was pretty good. A couple good pops. Maybe it'll improve tonight. But this is Will. He runs. You can tell him about the channel you run.
Yeah, I run Coaster Quest. I do a lot of well, I do POVs when they let me, and then I do walk-arounds of parks, and I do park reviews too. So
yeah, so if you're interested in, I'll put his info down below, and you can check him out. Thanks, dude. Hope to catch you in a little bit.
See you around.
But I am making my way over to Storm Chaser for my very first run on it. I'm so excited. I do love my RMCs. This one is like, it looks like if you took Wicked Cyclone and just kind of stretched it out. Oh, I am really excited for this. Here we go. Line doesn't look too bad, and we just missed the train. It just came around. Yeah, this looks so cool. Oh man, I'm gonna have a blast taking photos. So there wasn't too much of a wait on Storm Chaser for a while, so went on it a total of 3 times with various people having to go other places, but thankfully Marcus over here stuck it out with me. Thank you. Yes. We rode it up front, towards the back, somewhere in the middle. I think somewhere in the middle, but towards the back was kind of my favorite. I think it was in the 5th car, like 4 from the back or something like that, or 6. Either way, I don't know why I get so hung up on that stuff, but what an experience that was. I mean, sadly, the most memorable part was getting punched in the gut in those bunny hills at the very end. They were very intense ejector at the end. It's whatever comes after ejector. It was really intense. But the rest of it, that pull that you get when you're going down the hills, was so good. This is the ride that I'm going to be re-riding, taking photos of, and just having a great time in that little courtyard area that they got there. I'm excited for it. Right now, though, I think we got to start getting ready for our little like VIP backstage, whatever it's called. Is it called a walk back?
It's called a walk back.
All right.
And a tour of the boneyard.
Oh, right. We're also going to see some rides that used to be in the park and are now not in the park. Yeah. I've never done that either. I'm pumped. This is a lot of fun. Small change of plans here. We didn't quite make it over to Lightning Run for the walk back. I have no idea if the walk back is still happening right now. Maybe it's delayed. We're gonna just sit tight here, as you can probably hear. We're underneath the carousel, which is impressive. We made it to the walk back. It was only really like a few passing clouds and then the rain was over. So now I think everyone's just waiting here for Lightning Run to come by. We'll get some photos, some video. I guess we're gonna do video first. We'll just hang tight here. So that walk back was unfortunately not much of a walk. We just went back, stood in one spot, waited for like 3 trains, and then they asked us to make room for the next one. Could have used at least one more train. I had a really cool angle, but unfortunately it is what it is. I did take a fun photo in a puddle because of the rain that had just happened, so that's a new one for me. Otherwise, I'm not quite sure where we're at right now in terms of the event with Keys to the Kingdom, but I want to go somewhere where there's air conditioning, because with the rain came the sun again, and then all the humidity is back, and ugh, I don't know if you can tell, but it's gross. Not knowing what to do, I think we're gonna go in here, try to find some merch to commemorate my first visit to Kentucky Kingdom. I have seen some plushes of their mascot, King Louie. You know how I feel about independent park mascots. I'm a big fan of those. Small change of plans here. I did grab my King Louie plush, but this breakdance opened after the rain and we got to get on it because I've never seen anything like this before. So unfortunately, that breakdance, they were telling me that it normally spins a lot more, but it's been toned down, and so you only kind of like sway left to right. And it's a popular ride at carnivals and fairs that are over in Europe. And I think I mentioned it does have a European manufacturer. So there you have that. I think next up, I'm gonna go get my credit on the kiddie coaster that they have here. And after that, we'll figure it out. I guess there's been a little change of plans now because the weather again has turned a little. What a shame, I can see it right there. My last credit in this park. So they're actually closing this door here, I guess to prevent all the rain, the wind from bringing in all the rain that you can see there. That's wild, look beyond there. It just came out of nowhere. I'm impressed here, and this apparently is just gonna pass us by. All right, well, the rain subsided, but just in time for us to do this boneyard tour. My goodness, that music is loud. But we're heading on over to see some of the defunct rides that are in storage in the back here, and I heard that there might be a Grease Lightning train or something like that back here. So we're walking way back here somewhere. Over here to the left, I was told this is the maintenance building here where they put a lot of the trains in there during the off season for repairs and paint and all that. This is pretty cool. We're walking by the Kentucky Kingdom Gardens. I guess this is where all the stuff for the landscaping gets stored. So we made it here to this field where they got Jester's June Bugs, St. Perla ride. They got some of the ride vehicles here. Interesting. No idea what that ride was. It's interesting they still got them, right? Very interesting. I don't know exactly what I'm looking at here, but we're gonna look at it. Don't know what I'm looking at here. If anybody wants to help me out in the comments, let me know. This is wild to see. Here's something I found that's cool. This is all the rubble from when they were pulling out Chang, which you guys might know as Green Lantern over at Six Flags Great Adventure. It's not clear exactly what we're looking at here, but this must be all the stuff that they had to jackhammer and bust up, and then they just dumped it here. Chang. Everybody seems to be crowding around Grease Lightning's flywheel that's over there. You might recognize one of these from when we did the tour of Thunderbird. But yeah, the flywheel. That's how they generate the power to do the launch. After that graveyard tour, I wanted to quickly do Roller Skater. I don't know if you've seen the ride vehicles, but this is one of those Vekoma kids coasters. Look how amazing those ride vehicles are. Yes, they are roller skates. So that was a cute little ride, and I can officially say that I've ridden inside a roller skate. It reminded me of something from like Super Mario, like one of his power-ups or something. But it was really cool. Anyway, so like I was saying, I'm gonna play us out with some clips from ERT. I'm not gonna be narrating, but I wanna say thank you so much to all the people that are involved with hosting Keys to the Kingdom. I had an amazing time in my first visit here to Kentucky Kingdom. Thank you so much to Corey and Marcus for kind of guiding me around here, because it is a little strangely laid out, this park. It kind of winds in and out like a figure eight. So that got a little confusing, but even despite that, I had a blast. Storm Chaser was amazing. Lightning Run, an incredible coaster. The Only Chance Hyper, no wonder I didn't remember ever going on one, because there is just one. So, and Kentucky Flyer, I have to give a shout out to as well. That was a charming little ride that I had a lot of fun on. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed following along today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. I hope you go make your own adventure.